and we are headed up to Shining Rock Wilderness in Middle Prong. We're going to do a little bit of exploring, a little bit of lollygagging, and unfortunately we're fighting the sunshine. I think it'll probably be pretty well dark once we got there. So I just kind of gave up on getting there on time, and we stopped for some donuts on the way. Just for me, Lacey, sorry. Oh, we're still filming. It's getting kind of dark, Lacey. Alright, well, we made it to the trailhead, and as you can tell, it's pretty dark out, but we're heading down the trail, right, Lace? Lacey's pretty excited. It is 8:15, and man, I love it. Look at this. I got a jacket on. It's been like 95 the entire summer, so it just feels good to be cold. Alright, you ready? Let's go. It's always nice to see one of these on a tree when you're walking by. At least you know you're in the right direction. Come on, let's go. We're starting out day 2 here. We found a little black balsam thicket where we camped last night, and we're, I believe, on the Art Loeb Trail. We're south of the Black Balsam Knob parking area, and we're heading south, and we're going to pick up, I believe, the MST trail here in a little bit. So today we're going to head over toward Middle Prong and see what that's all about. Never been over to the Middle Prong Wilderness. Good night last night. The hike in was it was fine, about what I expected. I had to turn around once and backtrack a little bit because the forest I was in got a little bit overgrown, but overall not too bad. Well, I'm looking for a spot to have breakfast. I may kind of kick myself passing this one up, but we're gonna keep rolling. All right, we're coming up on the junction where the Art Loeb Trail splits off and goes south. Pretty well signed. And we're going to continue on our Mountain to Sea Trail. Think about having a Beagles, man. They want to stop and smell everything. Whoa. Just wow. Very cool. Wow. So Art Loeb Trail, I think, goes down that ridge right there. And we continue on. This is, I believe this area is called the Devil's Courthouse. I'm sure it's pretty from down below. Okay. Gives me a little bit of willy standing here. So last night got down to 55 degrees. I was in the, I'll show you later, I was in a Dutch 11-footer with a bug net and the Warbottom edge. So we're traveling pretty light. Say it worked out pretty well. And now we're just up here having a little coffee. All right, so this is the MST, and you can see pretty nice so far. This is a nice little section. Okay, I guess Lacey's got the scent of something. I think the trail goes that way, but let's go check this out. Yeah. Oh. All right, well, catching my breath. You'd think after my last outing where I was seeing how out of shape I was, I'd be climbing mountains or doing some kind of exercise in between. But no, that hasn't happened. But fortunately, there's a lot of spots to stop and check out the view. Whew. This one would be a really nice spot for a watching the sunrise. Man, you can just really see it. So things are pretty wet. You can't really tell, but my legs are soaked. Come on, Lacey. That was Lacey shaking it off. I guess at dog level it's wet too. Woo! But so far, I mean, not that it's late in the morning, it's 9:15, but yeah, I've only seen 2 people. There's something to be said for the less traveled path as well. We're near the junction of the Little Sam Trail with the Mountain to Sea Trail. And I saw these rocks. And you know, since this is a trip where I really am here for the views and enjoying the day, we're gonna go check it out. Looks a little crazy. Backpack hitting things. Let's keep going, yeah. I'm guessing that this peak over here is Mount Hardy. And then that ridge is what goes out the Green Knob. Let's go walk through the trees. Come on, Lacey, let's do a little off trail. Just look at this beautiful forest. Well, last time I did a loop up here, this is kind of the area that I camped in. Obviously pretty nice for some hammocks. Lacey's on the scent. Come on, Lacey. Just so pretty. Probably wouldn't have come up here, but Lacey saw this little, just a hint of a path up this rock wall. And it was probably like, I don't know, over 45 degrees, and she started climbing up it. And I'm like, oh, well, it keeps going. But I think this is probably as far as we'll go. We'll see. Okay, so straight trail. Nah, that doesn't do anything to show. Whew. We had to do some 4-wheel drive to get up here. Whew. Still in the MST, and we're just coming up to 215. And we'll take a look and see how easy it is to find the trail on the other side. And it's real obvious just coming across here, so no issues on the junction. New territory for us, Lace. More boxes, what the heck. Okay. Soil samples or something. Right up there is the road. And in case you're wondering, there's water source just right there, flowing really well. That's nice. Huh? Look at this, man. We got some people. There's like all this, like, people clearing trail or something in front of us. How awesome is that? We're still climbing up to the junction for Green Knob Ridge. And hopefully we pick the right junction back there. Looks like this is a pretty decent trail. Although they just kind of go off in different directions. Check the phone. I would say we're right on the path. Okay, we really got some lollygagging going on now. We're taking a little afternoon pre-lunch lay down. Pretty lazy, ain't it, Lacey? Well, anyways, there's a little creek here, and I think that's the last water all the way up to a Green Knob, so we're gonna stop and maybe eat here, and then we'll make the push up to green knob. So just look too relaxing though to bypass maybe a little siesta. I do have to tell you a story from last night. We got there and it was dark and we went to bed, and she was laying, I guess, on my side, and I was sleeping, I was dead out. She heard something and she just stood up and just stood right on my chest and was just looking out. I don't know what she heard or saw, but definitely woke me up. You should just lay your head down, Lacey. It's getting so heavy. Let me put up a little run here while I was eating, just to let her have a little bit of freedom. Lacey sat on one of these like sticky pine cone things and it latched itself to her butt. So then she had to dig herself a dirt hole. I had to dig her whole body in there. Yeah. We're gonna go back here to, there's a little meadow, and see how we're feeling then. I'm not sure if I'll make it up to the knob today or not. We'll just have to see. Hey Lacey, tell me how you feel about pine sap. What do you think about pine sap, huh? Oh, look at you. Take a picture. Now I have to give a shout out to fellow YouTube person, Zachary Robbins, I believe it is. And really it was his video of the meadows got me kind of interested in this, so I'm glad that I found him. You could like stand and name every peak around. Well, maybe not every one, but a lot of them. Anyway, Zachary Robbins, check it out. Lacey and I decided to move it in high gear. 20 more minutes of light. All right, setting up camp. Just got a little bit of light. This is gonna be really hard to see, but this is where I stayed last night. I had my couple trees here. It was a nice spot. Lots of trees to choose from, and pretty close to some water, so that worked out well. And this morning we're off. Maybe Sam's knob. We'll see how we're feeling. So it's our last day, and we're coming up Flat Laurel Creek Trail. At least I think that's what it's called. And walk across this bridge. And then you get this nice waterfall. Oh, yeah. Probably stop up here in a bit and get our coffee, a little bit of breakfast. The little trail makes me curious right there. Alright, we made it to the junction for Sam Knob Summit. We just came up from Flat Laurel Creek. Well, Lacey likes a view, don't you? Alright, down in that valley is the Flat Laurel Creek, where we just came up from. Sure don't remember this last time. Really done some improvements. Alright, not down from where the end of the road is the, oh great, difficult, is the Art Lobe spur. So we're going to try to grind to get up here. One more climb, Lacey. You ready, goat? Billy Goat? Alright, we're still on the Art Lobe spur trail coming off the end of Black Balsam Road. And climbing. You can see over here, that's Sam's Knob, that's where we just were. 6,000 footer. So you can tell these peaks around here are pretty good size. By the way, I will admit that I had to get that shot so I could catch my breath. Whew. I think Lacey and I are both pretty tired. This is Sam's Knob again, where we just came from. Behind it then is Middle Prong Wilderness. So if you look at that saddle, there's a big Mount Hardy over there. It's a 6,000 footer. And there's a little saddle right there. That's where I came from yesterday. That's where that meadow was. We wound around down, went around that hump right there. That's Little Sam. And then up Laurel Fork. Up Sam's Knob. Down to the road. And then up this little spur trail. And right ahead is Graveyard Fields. This tree is a little bit memorable because when the girls were younger, there's a branch that went out that way. And I took a picture of them. And man, it was long ago, but it wasn't that long ago. Time sure flies. All right, we did it. Woohoo! Okay, I could go for the leftover Cliff Bar or what's behind door number 2. Let's see. Leftover donuts, and it was a great time. It was a challenge. It was good. We had a lot of side trails we did, which was just fun. Going south on the Art Lobe and the MST piece, and then all the way over to I want to say Mount Hardy, kind of the meadow area over there, and then all the way back. I probably saw 2, 4, 6 hikers. There was also some trail crews out, so I'm not counting those, but like 6 backpackers. And then once I got back into, Shining Rock and Flat Laurel, and I've probably seen 100 people. So kind of was what I was looking for. It was nice. I mean, I love getting up on top. These last time lapses were fantastic up there. I probably sat up there for 20 minutes. I'm real happy I did I didn't go all the way up to Black Balsam, but I had pretty close to 360-degree views without the full hike. So pretty fantastic, and I would say Lacey is ready for a nap on the way home. Thanks for watching.